what time it is, Playing skills, you did,
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, a great sight to see. Alex Smith back at the helm, leading the Washington Redskins as they take on a man back for a 16th NFL season, Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Alex Smith ready to lead the Redskins here. And many wondered if Smith would ever play again following that difficult-to-watch leg injury suffered against the Texans last season. But at age 35, Smith is back and ready to give it another go. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
The number 4 overall pick in the 2010 draft is left tackle Trent Williams, and oftentimes we talk about a guy of his potential and say just plug him in at left tackle for the next 10 years, but rarely does that work out. In this case, it's been spot on. A 7-time Pro Bowler, he patrols the blind side of all of his quarterbacks.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And the Redskins first down.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it's going to be second down. A look at the starters now on the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a quick pass to Richardson. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18.
First down, Redskins.
I got you, boy.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A look at the numbers from a week ago for Reed. 11 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Complete. Richardson has it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
And everyone's going to be watching running back Saquon Barkley, the rookie sensation in 2018. He will draw all the attention now on offense with Odell Beckham Jr. now in Cleveland.
Now on 2nd and 16. Manning. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Manning. And that is incomplete.
Manning's pass intended for Evan Ingram.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Faking the give to Barkley, now Manning. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Manning. Finds his tight end Ingram. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Look at Eli against NFC East opponents in his career. He actually has a losing record career-wise against both the Cowboys and the Eagles, but against these Redskins, pretty good, 19-10. The two teams split the season series a year ago, both winning on the opposite squad's home turf. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Manning turns and gives this to Gallman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 80 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Manning getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. Throwing is Manning. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw, it's Manning. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports.
Redskins 10, Giants 3.
Come on, set. 10 logo. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
On 2nd and 9, Smith caught on the right side, Reed. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 50, it's Smith. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's a throw out wide to Quinn. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
3rd and long, it's Smith. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
First down, Redskins.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and inches, Smith, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 17-3.
Redskins 17.
A 10-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Gallman will run it. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Manning. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Manning. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Michael Thomas on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here's Gallman. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Peterson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd down, Peterson gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Manning now to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
3 down.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Manning. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Manning. He completes it to Tate. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Manning. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. A short little throw taken in by Reed.
Let's go, baby.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. They go play action here on first down. Escapes the sack. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Manning. He's got his man. This is Tate. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Manning. And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Saquon Barkley. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Manning to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Redskins now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. They run. Peterson. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Fighting his way through contact. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Manning to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Manning's pass, intended for Cody Latimer, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
It's a gain of 15. Brings up 2nd and inches.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Play action. It's Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Smith. Hard throw, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football, incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Caught right side, Tate. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. His throw incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Manning on the bootleg. And Ingram hauls it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's Manning. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Manning going to throw. That's complete to Gallman. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has, and that offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Smith now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll give to Peterson out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, Smith. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And the Redskins first down.
Smith on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Smith to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Peterson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Back near the goal line. Here's Manning. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. And this is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Redskins 27.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Manning finds his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. On first down, Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. From midfield, here's Manning. That one caught by Ellison. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Offense.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. Nate Solder, the left tackle. He's the culprit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Manning to throw once more. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down at their 49-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Manning. He gets it complete to Latimer. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Manning. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Rosas good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. Manning now on 1st down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Manning. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Manning. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll run on 1st down. Peterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll look to throw.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Manning's pass, intended for Cody Latimer, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a 1st down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they take a knee. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Kill.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Redskins, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,